Anytime you research, it is a rabbit hole. And I fell right through it. Hi everybody, welcome back to Jenny's Random. Welcome back to another video. Before we get started, let's address my sketchy background. As you can see, there's a shovel there, got a suit jacket, and then behind my arm is a bunch of other stuff. My husband is changing locations at work, so we had to bring some things out of the car so he could bring some work things home, sort through that. And whatever, just I'm not a mass murderer. The shovel is for snow purposes. I live in New York. So when we get snow, we get quite a lot of snow in the winter time, even though this winter was God treated us good, thank goodness. But anyway, if you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is fun here. I do planner videos, and from time to time I throw in some travel vlogs, family vlogs, that kind of thing. But if you're not new here, hey gang, and welcome back. Welcome to another video. I decided to hop on today because I'm sitting at my desk. I'm trying to get some work done, and you know, I just was like, okay, I have not recorded in such a long time, and my subscribers, my gang, they are deserving on an explanation about what's going on. So as far as the channel is concerned, we are still here. We are still going to have content, planner content, but I initially started this channel to be more of a vlog style, more of a vlog channel, and I kind of fell into planners because during COVID I don't know, I was watching a lot of YouTube, and I watched some planner stuff. I was like, oh hey, I like planners, so I started doing that, and I still love it. So the planner content is here to stay, but I do want to start recording a lot more. I'm recording on a new camera, so hopefully the quality looks much better. So I kind of want to get more into vlogs, what I do day to day. There's new process I'm going through behind the scenes. Like as far as my professional life is concerned, a lot of transitioning happening. That's why I haven't been as consistent with the planner videos as I was in the past. So, you know, we should have some things coming up in the coming weeks. Like my May planner is due next week, so I'll be filming that in addition to this video. So that is what's up with the channel. I'm still going to be recording. I'm still going to be pumping out content. I'm just in that awkward, you know, stage of trying to get a balanced schedule, because I do work full-time outside the house. We have Jackie, who's in her 5th year of school, which is a graduating grade in New York City. So she'll be going from primary school to secondary school, or she'll be going from elementary school to middle school, depending on where you're from. The lingo, you know, she's going to 6th grade, so she's graduating this year. So we're trying to balance that. I'm trying to get the girl to pick out a dress for prom, and it's a mess. So with that being said, I'm still here, just, you know, trying to find balance with that and working full time. My husband going through what he's going through at work. Like, you know, it's a good shift, a good transfer. It's just taking a lot of logistical planning, you know, different things, schedule plans. Our schedule's changing, so a lot of things we've been working on to try to find balance, and we're getting through it A-okay by the grace of God. Thank you. So what else has been going on with Jen? Ooh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I had to take a break. It is allergy season, so my nose is running like it has legs. So what else is going on with me? You guys heard me mention, and you saw the video of me going to get my license in. I am now officially a notary public. I have been for 2 months. Wait, February, March, April. Oh, almost 3 months I've been a licensed notary public in the state of New York. And yes, I have been working, and this, such a simple thing has turned into a whole a whole transition, a whole process, a whole new status that I never saw coming. So when I got the license in, I was like, okay, I'll do this, and I'll just pick up some online work, just to have some extra couple of dollars coming in. So with that, once you start researching one thing, y'all know anytime you research, it is a rabbit hole. And I fell right through it. So having this notary license is so much money you can make doing this, and money just falls at you. And I'm not talking about big money, okay? Because the big money requires a whole lot of work, which I got some additional training, additional certifications for. So I'm now looking at this through a different lens. So I ended up with an LLC. And here I'm going to try to put it here or here. This is my LLC, Mobile Notary by Jen LLC, in the state of New York. And I service only New York City. Anywhere there's a train or a bus, you can find me servicing there. and this is in addition to having my full-time job. So when I looked at this, I was like, okay, I'll work as a sole proprietor because I'll do loan signings, I'll do general notary work, or just things like, I know when people think notary, they think, oh, you're just charging $2 per thing, but it just turned into a whole thing, a whole business, and a whole multitude of services and I guess conveniences that you can charge for as a notary if you turn it into a business, which I did. And I didn't plan to own an LLC. I never wanted to own a business. I never saw myself being a business owner, an entrepreneur, none of that, because y'all know where I stand. I am just fine being an employee. I like working for a boss, a company, or whatever. I like being a person that one can rely on to be successful. I don't mind playing that role. So, it was never a goal of mine to be my own boss, have my own business, that kind of thing. But that is just what it turned into. And now next month I have a birthday. So, I'll be turning 40. And by the age of 40, I am a mom to college students. I am a wife. I am a business owner. Okay. By the grace of God, thank you for this blessing. And no one told me how much work this entailed, how much research, how much back and forth, between knowing which company to use to start my LLC, because I sure wasn't gonna go through all the motions. I used InkFile, and I could say InkFile was a blessing. The website has so much information on it. Using that service saved a lot of money, because if you go it alone, like let's say you start an LLC, and I'll do a whole nother video on the logistics of starting a business. I'll do a video from a person who has really no business kind of background other than the things you pick up working for someone else, certain knowledge that you pick up being like, I was in retail management for a long time. So, I know quite a bit about HR, tax filing, timekeeping, balancing books, that kind of thing. I have that background in a sense, but doing it alone, it's a completely different beast. So I'll do a whole nother video on that. That'll tie into me pumping out more vlogs and going down a path that I really want to go down. So I'm excited about that. So back before, I lose my train of thought so easy. So going back to InkFile, it saved me a lot of money. So the ink, using them, I ended up paying only $250 to start an LLC, to become legal, to become a bit, you know, claim the name that I have, Mobile Notary by Jen. It is mine in the state of New York. No one else can have it. And now I'm a business owner. I have this thing. I have this articles of organization. The state recognizes me as a business owner, as a notary public, as someone that can provide a service for anyone. So yes, ink file was a big help. So if you go it alone, $200 of that is the state filing fee. That is the amount of money you would have to pay no matter what, is the $200. And you know, to some people starting a business, that $200 is pennies, but to someone who wasn't planning to be a business owner to begin with, someone who's starting out with little to no capital, that is a lot of money. So just know, if you're starting something that is service oriented, you will have to have a few $100, if not more. I will say this whole process has cost me, if not $1,000, close to $1,000 to start. So I'll do a figures sort of video in the future. Let me write that down. I have a third planner. This is my business planner. So this should actually go into my YouTube plan, but I'm gonna jot it down here. So yes, now we have a third planner. So $200. Now, if you went this alone, just, you know, going straight onto the Department of, what is it? The Department of State website. I'm looking at you know what? I'm going to show you this in a minute. So the Department of State website, if you want to file for your business, you could do it on there, pay the $200, easy peasy, right? Wrong. So you pay $200, then you have to have a registered agent. You have to have a registered agent. And the registered agent has to be in the state of New York, and you have to put it in the newspaper for 6 months straight, something like that. Either way, the process is $1,500 at least to put it in the paper so that people know this business exists. This is the location if you want to serve them with legal documents. This is where you would serve it to. This is all their particulars, right? You have to put that information in the newspaper but you have to pay for that publication, and it ain't cheap. So with that being said, when I use Inkfile, they gave me 1 year free, a registered agent in Albany. So any kind of legal documents that need to be mailed, they'll mail it to Albany, and then Albany will mail it to me. And that is $119 a year, and my first year was free. So that saved a whole lot of money going through a company like Inkfile to file my LLC for me. So yes, we are official. I don't know why I started that. I don't know, but I used the Inkfile to start my LLC, and it was dirt cheap in comparison to what it would cost doing it by myself. Let me see. I have to go back in the video and see where I was going with this point. All right, so the point is, there was no point. I used Inkfile to file my articles of organization. So since doing that, and I'm sitting up now so I don't look so chunky, I was rewatching the footage. I'm like, oh, why are you sitting all hangy like that? Like I promise you I don't look like that. It's because I'm sitting. I'm not that. Let me stop being vain. So I have made quite a couple of dollars. I had to turn down some work because number one, I have a full-time job. I do have business hours. And so a lot of the money that they've been offering is during my job. And obviously I can't quit my job to do this business just yet. I'm still working on that. I'm holding my business phone. That's another thing. I had to get a business phone because I can't have everything coming to my regular phone because of scam likelies. There are numbers. If I don't know the number, it's not getting picked up. So I have a business phone specifically for anything related to Mobile Notary by Jen, and it was cheap. I got a prepaid phone for that. And then I went and picked up what do you call it? A printer. I'm gonna show you guys my desk. All right, so here we go. Here's my desk. And it doesn't matter if you see, you know, my name. It's public knowledge. Jen Diaz, that is me. So here is my desk. Over here you have my drink, which is a Coke Zero, my Apple Watch, which I'm not wearing right now, my notary stamp, laptop charger, my regular phone charging because I've been on it. Then I have my printer, and that is my printer that I use for my stickers. But I have been using it to print documents. I have to have certain certificates for notarizations that doesn't have the notary wording. So I have loose leaf certificates that I printed on that on my Canon color printer. Then down here I have some printer paper. I have a clipboard that my husband gifted me. He had too many in his job locker. And then I have a larger printer. That one is uses toner instead of ink, because certain documents that these companies use, like title companies, escrow companies, they want your documents printed with toner, not ink, for the sake of water damage purposes. And up here I have Blue Notary. That is the notary platform I've been using for remote notarizations. And then I have my business cards here, and I'll give you a close-up, and then my notary seal there. All right, I'm sorry y'all about the camera angle. I'm using my handheld tripod, so the angle is a little off. So when in general, when I'm, you know, going to my regular job, I make sure I have my notary supplies with me, because you never know when someone will need a quick notarization, and that's a quick $2 that you can make on each one, or each stamp, I should say, each signature. Like I had one girl at my job, she was doing documents for 2 notarizations, or 2 or 3, whatever. So she that was a quick little $4, and then that same day I got paid for notary work that I did for another coworker. He needed 2 as well, so that was $8 I made without expecting to. I didn't know I was a notary until another coworker, who, you know, is more of a friend than a coworker at this point. I knew him for years. He told them I was a notary, and it was like, oh, word? And I was like, yes. And so my coworker hit me up he texted me from the basement, and I was working upstairs in the same building. And he's like, yo, are you a notary? I said, yeah. He was like, you have your stuff? I'm like, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. I need you to, you know, do some documents for me. And I was ready to go. It's just that simple. 2 items right here, and it's my money maker. So I purchased these things on Amazon. If you are becoming a notary or thinking about becoming one, I'm gonna leave my link below on how you could get these supplies on Amazon. So this is my notary stamp, and here is my I guess seal. This is good for making your documents seem more official. None of these things are required in the state of New York. Like in the state of New York, you're not required to stamp your information. You just are required to have the information on this stamp handwritten on the documents. But who's writing all of that? Just save yourself some time. This combo was $35 and good to go. The seal is definitely not required, but if you're working with like if you're working with elderly clients, they're old school. They like to have this seal, and this is just a imprinter. I think this is called an embosser. It just imprints the document to make it seem more official. And it's like if you're doing a notarization or an apostille for out of country, something that's going to be used out of the country, this will help your document look much more official. And you'll learn that in the business. A lot of people like this. They appreciate you going the extra step and having an embosser available for their documents. So those are those supplies there. You also need a notary journal. Oh, it's under my camera. I wish you guys could see it, but I'll put a picture here. And yes, that is the notary book that I have, but I switched to electronic journal keeping just because it's more secure. I have business insurance, and for me, it's much more secure to have someone's information in an application that only I can get into. And all of my clients are insured by my insurance, so identity theft fully covered. And although insurance can be expensive and most people don't carry that general liability, I think it's more peace of mind knowing that the people that I'm working with, their information is covered. If they sue me for anything that happens, I don't have to come out of pocket. Just pay a small copay, or what do you call it, a deductible, and my insurance, Berkshire Hathaway, will take care of the rest. Okay, so here are my business cards. Focus. There we go. And then here is the information. Yes, we are certified by the National Notary Association. That is the gold standard in the notary business. So I just keep these 3 items in my bag with me at all times. I'm ready for business. When I do a notarization, I make sure to give a business card and, market myself. I'm working on that now. That's another beast I knew nothing about. Just having to advertise myself, advertise what I'm doing. I'm building a website, or I built a website. It's a simple website for now. I'm gonna drop the link down below. Make sure I give my website some clicks. And if you are in the New York area and you need a notary to come out to you, my rates are reasonable. Just check out my website. And that is what's been going on with Jen of Jenny's Random. I am still here, just been a little busy behind the scenes. I promise you the planet content is still going to be here. It is here to stay. I love doing it. It's my favorite pastime when I'm so busy and stressed, just to write things down, just to play in some stickers. I love it. So there is that, and then I'll be adding some vlogs sprinkled in, so hopefully the channel will start rocking and rolling again. I just ask that you guys during this time be a little I just ask for your patience. I beg for your patience. I appreciate your support during this process. 349 of you stayed and rocking out with me, and I really appreciate that. And for that, I am ever so grateful, because without you, what is it for, right? Anyway, I do appreciate you guys checking out this video. I hope you are subscribed, and if you're not, you know what to do, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
If I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to. If I gotta choose me, I gotta do what I gotta do. When I